Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. Allincrypto here, and today we are going to be talking about Hedera Hashgraph HBAR, and I'm going to be giving you guys a price update. Now, you guys that follow me regularly will know that we have given a number of price predictions for a number of different altcoins, and I am absolutely determined to see these price predictions through. So if we have technical patterns that have generated price targets for us, we are going to see those price targets through like we have done with cryptocurrencies in the past, and most notably over the past 2 years, many stocks. You know, we had price predictions for the S&P, the NASDAQ. More recently, we've given a price prediction for Amazon. You know, we've got a lot of targets pretty spot on, and we are on the cusp of doing the same thing for the cryptocurrency market. And Hedera Hashgraph is one of those cryptocurrencies that we've issued a price prediction for. The first price prediction that we have is 27 cents. Depending on what happens when we get there and what then sets up, we could be looking at a potential bull market high of $2. So we're going to be looking at that in this video. We're going to be taking a look at what Hedera is currently doing. And I'm going to be showing you guys why it is that I'm loading up on Hedera here. Because it's getting ready it's coming back into support. It's finding support, just like we see evident in so many other charts. I'm going to be showing you a number of those in this video, ready to rock and roll. And we're going to be looking at the total too as well, which we think is really ready to move and kind of make its way from where it currently is today at $1.1 trillion all the way to $3.7, $3.8 trillion, which is a 3x in terms of the total cryptocurrency market, excluding Bitcoin. So a lot to get into, guys. Let's dive into it all. And let's start things off with a nice Hedera chart. Now, this is the technical roadmap that we've laid out for it, and it's being followed beautifully. So we gave our price prediction when Hedera was down here at around about the 7 cents range. And even in the price prediction that we gave, in the technical roadmap that we gave forward, we were very much expecting a pullback into support, okay? After flipping what was previous resistance, you can see over here, into support. And it will, in my opinion, this is not financial advice, it's just my own opinion, bounce off of this and make its way towards that 27 cents target like we have seen for so many other charts out there. I can't stress just how right and accurate we actually get these markets from a technical point of view. And it's not because I'm anybody special, it's because I understand a method that I believe anybody can learn that will simplistically allow you to identify where a market's at and what's likely to come. Technical analysis is not a silver bullet. I think it's way too overcomplicated in regards to what you see on, you know, it's very funny when you see these trading challenges on YouTube and Twitter, and they might show like a fake account or a paper trading account that they've done it on after having loads of attempts and they've got one right. What you've got to ask yourself with these people that are doing that is if you could consistently turn 1,000 into 10,000, by the way, I have done that, then you can turn 10 into 100, 100 into a million, 1 million into 10, 10 million into 100. You know, there's a limit. And all these, I think the worst is when you see these trading indicators where it literally has like a point, likely after the fact, at each and every high. But we're not here to diss other technical analyzers and what they do. Everybody's, you know, it's like people going to the gym. Some people do bro split, some people do push-pull, whatever it may be, upper body and leg, whatever it may be. But we like to sort of break the markets down into 4 stages. It's something called stage analysis. It was actually fathered by Stan Weinstein, who is a brilliant marketeer back when he used to call the charts the tapes. And we still think that method tries today. It's still a tried and tested method. It still works today, and we're living proof for that. And ultimately, once you move out of your stage 1 base, which you can see there's a double bottom within this stage 1 base. You break that on volume. We'll dive up to the weekly, very textbook. And it's very common once you break a key level of significance, you come back and retest it. And that's exactly what Hedera is doing today. And we're going to show you 1,000,001 examples of this to reaffirm why it is I'm actually stepping into Hedera at this point. I'm not shying away. You know, lots of other people saying, oh, you know, it's not going anywhere. It's pulling back. They're scared. We're not. We're the opposite because we have a bigger plan at place that we don't just derive from the Hedera chart, although that's a very important part. We derive from the cryptocurrency market generally and our assessment, our technical assessment of that, also fundamental one, which is kind of secondary, and then the broader macro markets and what we think is to come and liquidity cycles and all of this kind of stuff. You know, we're very good at sort of giving a 360 overview and everything. But Hedera, since it's broke, has really just come back. And it looks very reminiscent to what Origin Trails did. Now, I'm going to find a different chart for Origin Trails because this is one that I'm working on with my Patreon. You know, what I'm essentially identifying here, let's see if we can actually find a decent chart without pulling up too much history. Yeah, okay, so here we go. So this was your stage 1 base for Origin Trails. Very much in a Hedera style double bottom. And then you broke on volume, you consolidated, you then rallied up and you came back and retested, which is exactly what Hedera is doing today, before you then went on to higher ground. And just to give you I think this one actually just fell slightly short of its double bottom target, but I do think it will eventually get there. Pretty close. You can see where the double bottom target gave you. Just like what we're kind of predicting for Hedera in regards to that 27 cents range. So it's very common that you get a break and then you get a retest. One swallow does not a summer mate. We see this all over the charts, which is why we champion this method, because I believe it's tried and tested, certainly by me, and I've got an entire community of people that you can become a part of by checking the link in the description. If we look at, this is a smaller stock of ours that we've been watching since this double bottom was forming. HubSpot Incorporated, so this method isn't just applicable to the crypto space, but what we're doing is showing you examples of what Hedera is currently going through and what's likely going to, it's likely going to result in. If we show you HubSpace, you can see you get that break of the double bottom. You probably made target actually, or maybe just fell short of it. Yeah, you've made it today and you can see where you've ran into over here, but we'll ignore that for now. You get that break, then you come back and retest. And this is a lot more of a longer sort of drawn out one, but it's very common after a break that you get a retest. Hedera is just doing a sort of smaller version, similar to what Track has done, which is Origin Trails. You've got Spotify. You get the break. There's also a Head and Shoulders in here. You rally up, and then you come back for a roundabout retest before continuation. That's what Hedera is currently doing. And we've also got semiconductors, one we had great success with last year. You can see break of a key level. You come back and you back test it before you continue on to higher ground. This is where Hedera currently is today. And of course, Coinbase was a great one for us. You know, we've been accumulating this since the $30 and $40 range. We think this is going to $436, which we got a lot of laughter at making that prediction. However, look who's laughing now. So again, similar thing, break, and then you come back for a retest. And that is essentially what Hedera is doing today, ladies and gentlemen, on the smaller time frames. It's kind of running out of a little bit of steam, really. It's kind of squaring up a little bit. It's potentially a little bit toppy, but this is kind of squaring up, and you can see what we're kind of getting here, you know, and then you're likely going to hopefully find some sort of support here and then really get on your way to that 27 cents prediction that we've got that's being followed. At what point are we wrong? Well, certainly if you took this low, then we would rethink where we gave the price prediction, our entire thesis on the markets. And it's not just the Hedera chart that gives us confidence in regards to Hedera and looking at other charts and what they've done and what it's led to. You see the same DNA in charts time and time again. It's also the total 2. So the total 2 is everything excluding Bitcoin. Now, we believe that this is heading to $3.7 trillion. Today, it's currently at 1.1 trillion, so that's over a 3x. Hedera, I think, is going to be one of the biggest beneficiaries of that. This is a purely price or a technical update, if you will. But Hedera as a project, I mean, wow. It's one of the most exciting projects in the entire cryptocurrency space. It's one of the most exciting layer 1 DLTs that we see, period. Their DAG technology is superior, actually, in many cases, to a sort of linear blockchain. You know, the partnerships that we see, the real world usage that we see, you know, and I think there's going to be a lot of realization of all of this to come. So we've done a number of things in this video. We've really outlined sort of technically what we're looking at for Hedera, why I'm moving into it at this point when many others are kind of scared and worried because we've got that bigger plan that's largely being followed. I've seen this time and time again in the markets. You know, you're just sort of having a rest after a key level, coming back testing, and then you're going to find your sort of feet and I believe start marching towards that 27 cents mark. And then depending on what you do here, like I say, you know, you might then look to set up some sort of a continuation pattern all the way to $2.05. But lots of ifs, buts, and maybes on that. Let's just focus on the short-term time frame or the short-term pattern. I think 27 cents is going to get hit this year, and then we can deal with the larger one. So that's all from me, guys. Just a quick update. Like I said, we've given lots of price predictions. We're going to see all these through. On that note, I'm going to love and leave you. Thanks a lot for watching. See you all in the next one.